that amp sounds real good. Mike's been on it and using it very well.
Yeah, I feel bad the original tubes broke. I'm glad I sent him new ones.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when, FedEx drop kicks them.
Man, I had that thing packed tight too, except I knew I should have taken the tubes out. I should have taken them out, and I didn't. But he's got brand new 572Bs. And I know he's been running it at 500. That thing could do like 800 now with those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and wouldn't the FedEx insurance cover that?
I have to look because I didn't buy extra insurance, but I'm sure, and I know the guy who owns the shipping place. So I'll go talk to him on Monday. I know there's built-in insurance, right?
Yeah, there should be like basic insurance, and that'll probably be more than enough to cover the tube.
Yeah, so if they hit me with the insurance, I'll send him the money.
Roger, that'd be great. And then he should have himself some more tubes. Yeah, he's up and running. We're going to designate him the new net controller.
Yeah, I spoke with him on the radio yesterday in the late afternoon, but the band wasn't good. But we did a little test. He was 5'8" with the amp at 500 watts, and then he was like 4x6 without it. So it's working.
And for QNT, just past the 40.
W4DR.
KB2UKA.
Oh yeah, the band has been cruddy for the past couple of days since these CMEs are still hitting us. So I think once these pass, everything will be back to somewhat normal, hopefully.
Yeah, and the SFI number has been through the roof, like 150. So it's just, what number do you look at when the CMEs are causing problems? It's not SFI. What's the other number?
Hang on a minute. I'll let you know. Propagation. So SFI 147. Magnetic activity, the K factor is 4, the A factor is 15. The magnetic activity is poor, it's too high. So when that comes down, DX will be great, but that solar activity is outrageously good. It's right in that, it's halfway up the scale.
Okay, so you got to have a high SFI with a low magnetic.
Yeah, the K4 right now is very active. The K4 is high.
The K and A factor need to be lower.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm maybe by like Monday, as long as we don't get hit again. Because when was the last one? 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago, the day before yesterday, and we're probably still feeling the effects of that. Another couple of days, maybe. Depends on how long the injection lasted, too, I guess, and how much crap it's sending our way. And the magnetic activity, K factor is 4, and A factor is 15. So those are high. They need to be down near, like 2 and 1, and it'll be a lot better.
Here we go.
And that's for DX, really. These propagation charts is like for DX. Local stuff, different kind of effect. Like here in where we talk, the distances that we talk, we can get away with worse numbers, but the magnetic activity is worse. We can talk just about anywhere where the solar activity is. It's the K, the magnetic activity, and the bombardment of these protons, or whatever you want to call them, coming from the sun, really put a hamper on radio signals in the ionosphere. And we got what they call absorption going on, where signals go into the sky and just get absorbed.
Okay. All right, good. Well, I've now I just got to get the house guys. I've decided on the antenna layout. It's going to be the doublet, and it's going to be a vertical. We're going to run both.
What was that about? What is the vertical?
I said I decided on what the antenna layout's going to be. I just need to get the house now. It's going to be, I'm going to run the doublet, a 160 doublet, and I'm going to run a vertical. I'm going to run both of them.
Oh, okay. Are you going to hook up your receiver antenna?
Yeah, when I have time. When I have time, I will do that. But right now, 80's been a relatively low noise floor. So I think that's why I haven't been motivated to get out there.
Oh, I gotcha. All right, well, Mike, I think might be floating around, so I'll stand by because I may not hear him. I know Art came up a little bit when he ID'd. My biggest problem is the static crashes. I'm going to go check the weather, and I'll be back. W4D. I'll be here.
All right, brother. KD2SXD, do you copy? I don't know if he's in there yet. KB2UKA.
And for QNT.
So Art, you said about 3.5 dB on the doublet?
Oh, yeah, at least, Doug. Yeah, I saw some of the numbers. What is it I look at? There's that, I'm going to send you the shortcut to this page, and you've probably been there before. I'm just not getting it on my tongue right now. Once I go through my bookmarks, I see it, and I'll send it over to you. A really interesting write-up about the antenna system.
Yep, and I was looking last night. It appears, and I'm going to try to get it above 50 feet. I'm going to try to get it 70. But it appears that, the average height is 50 feet. And very omnidirectional takeoff, 160, 80, and even 40. And then when you get into the higher bands, low angle to the horizon takeoff. So it's got to, as you know, it's got to work very well, good DX on 30 through 10.
Oh, it does. I've made a lot of contacts in the last 9-10 months with this thing, especially FT8. I've been doing a lot of that, so I'll tell you, it really shines for a multi-band one antenna solution. Of course, it's no Yagi. It's no 3 or 4 element beam on the high bands, but it holds its own. I get great reports even on 20 and 17. Out to the west, always well over S9, with the amp going 400, 500, 600 watts. So, no, I've had good luck with it. Now the height, of course, is based on the band. So, a 160 doublet, optimal, would definitely be 75 plus feet. But hey, I wish that would be the wish for me anyway. But yeah, generally 50 to 55 works great on 75 meter and up. But, boy, that 160 number is really the tough one, 80 feet, at least 80 feet. But, hey, in a perfect world, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I've been looking for, and I can't find, and it might be because it's not possible, can you run this thing 2 elements? With a director and a reflector, similar to what Steve does with his Delta loops. Do you think that's possible?
I'm not sure about that. As a open balance line antenna system, I believe so. There's no reason, as long as they're symmetrical, as long as they match each other, the whatever the legs are on each side. And then, of course, getting them up opposite of like a mirror image, basically a mirror image of each other, separated by whatever that gap might be, 25, 30, 40 feet apart. And then, of course, the optimal thing would be phasing them, with a switch. So that way you can go east or west or north or south, how they're oriented, that would be the optimal thing, is having the phasing switch.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about how you would do that. So you'd have to have both ladder line. See, the thing is, they would both have to be tuned. So I'm wondering if it go. See, that's where it gets tricky. Do you go tuner and then switch, or switch and then tuner?
See, that's the dilemma. Half-wave dipoles cut for whatever band, like 40. That's generally when you play antennas like that. A phasing or some kind of, two elements, whatever, two wires for that particular band. I'm gonna have to do a little research on doublets for that reason of use. I don't know, because they have to be perfectly tuned. So now you're talking independent tuners for each antenna system. That's the dilemma because of the balanced line.
Well, that would be it then. You would have to have two tuners, I would think. You would tune both of them, and then you would go probably to a switch with the coax, or like a RG75 jumper from the tuner to the coax to the switch box and then to the shack.
Exactly. I know Dom will chime in too. He might have some knowledge or theory about that, but I think, did he say, I am having a tough time hearing him, but he mentioned he was coming back, or maybe he's just standing by. I'll stand by a moment. N4QNT.
I think he was grabbing coffee.
Do you still have your urban beam, Doug, or is that something in the works? Someone's purchasing it or trading for something or whatever?
I still have it. I got a local guy here that might be buying it. It's been my fault why he hasn't, because it's pretty much assembled. So I got to go in and do like a parts check on what I didn't finish and get it all together for him. But I don't think I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'll tell you what a beautiful beam that is. It's really a great system. Boy, if I was up in that area, I'd take it right off your hands, man. I mean, it's just the logistics of trying to ship something like that, and also, taking the whole thing apart. But I know here I probably couldn't get away with it anyway on this piece of property, subdivision, all that crap. But boy, I'll tell you, somebody get a great. That's a great antenna. Whoever ends up with that.
It is, and yeah, like the elements are already all assembled. They're heat shrunk. It would be a pain to break them down. So locally, the guy could get like a little U-Haul truck and just throw them in the back. Though, I like as little maintenance as possible, and the more I think about it, that thing's gonna have to come down eventually, because of the moving parts.
Well, that is correct. That is a known standard for that antenna system. Anybody with step IRs, the Monster, of course, the Urban, the whatever, trombone for 40, whatever it's for, at least one time a year, maybe, every other year, but definitely needs maintenance. I have to inspect the servos, just all kinds of little things that have to be looked over. So that is a antenna that you just don't put up and forget.
Now, for the vertical, I was thinking of running the DX Commander, but I've owned a big IR vertical when I lived in Connecticut, except I had about 15 ground radials, and it worked well. A big IR with the 80-meter coil and 100 ground radials, that thing might also be a direction I go. because that's actually an easy assembly. That took about an hour to put together and get up.
Yeah, Dom.
It's freaking raining kryptonite, man.
Oh, there's dominoes flying all over the air.
Superman's having a hard time today.
Yeah, yeah, Dom, you dropped here. I hear you still. You're about 5'7".
Ugly right now. This is going to linger around for at least a day, but yeah, real quick, Doug. Yeah, the big IR is to me the best vertical ever made. I mean, really, when you think about it, you don't have to put any tuner out there. No weatherized tuner, of course, or anything like that. The tuner is built right into that servo motor, so you know what I mean. It moves the tape accordingly, and that's perfect.
Yep. And so that might be the vertical I do. It's friggin' $2,000. That's the problem. And the DX Commander's like $400.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, there's that other Commander too, the DX. Was it Nebula or something? That's the big boy, right? That's like the 60-footer.
Yep. And he just last night released what he calls the oh God, the signature. He just released the signature last night. It's a 40-foot pole. It's 80 through 10, and you also do not have to do an inverted L for 80. He wraps a 80-meter coil around the halfway point of the pole, and he's trying to get 200 kilohertz bandwidth on 80, and then you could tune the rest.
Not bad. Wow, that would be interesting instead of the inverted L situation. Okay, N4 at UNT at the top of the hour.
Hey, Dominic. W4DOM, you there?
Hey, Dom, you still copy, Dom?
He might have stepped away. I don't think he's gone that quick.
Hey.
Hey, quick question.
Is the switch? Yeah, you know why they call it antenna the Nebula?
Well, he named it Nebula, but his daughter calls it the Nebula. But why?
It's so freaking big, it reaches the Helix Nebula, the closest nebula to the Earth.
Yeah, it's like 60 feet tall. All right, Dom, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If I want to do a 2-element doublet, a director and a reflector with a switch, is it possible? We were talking about it. We think you would need 2 independent tuners before the switch.
Two-element doublets. They got to be a quarter wavelength apart from each other. I think at least 50 or 60 feet in the air. What was the second part of the question with the switch?
Well, a quarter wavelength of what? Of the lowest operating frequency? Because then you're going to be more than a quarter wavelength at 10 meters, right? So would you come down into 2 independent tuners and then go to the switch?
Yeah. What you're going to do is, there's stuff online for this, by the way. A quarter wavelength is the set of frequency that you choose to operate on, or bands you're going to operate on.
All right, so hypothetically, you would do, if you're doing 160 through 10, you would do a quarter wavelength at like 40 or 30?
Oh, no. That's where the problem was. It's going to be for that band that it's designed for.
Right. So because it's multi-band, I don't think it'll work out. Or it might only work out for one of the bands.
I would think that if, I don't know about using ladder line. If you said it was coax, it would be a different story for a particular band. But if you're going to use it multi-band, you're still going to need your quarter wavelength between the two antennas, as well as the ladder line. You got to be, I guess, that far apart from each other. And then, you know, you have to have a box with your relay, and what you have is a delay line, like a piece of coax that would go out, say, like 12 feet and come back in. And when you switch that delay line from one antenna to the other antenna, makes a difference if it's looking north or if it's looking south. You know what I mean?
Yep. So what that means is if you want to run a 2-element, it probably shouldn't be a doublet.
Yeah, and it probably would need to be fed with coax. What I mean by the delay line is the two coaxes should be electrically the same length. And that's kind of hard to do. The same length. And one will favor the other, but then you put what they call a delay line, in a 75 or 78-degree delay line. And what you're doing is you're adding a piece of coax to one antenna. And
very cool, Pale, to 2111.
The delay line is going to be a little bit longer than the other coax. You follow?
Yep. And that's usually going to that's usually like 75 ohm, like a stub coming off. Okay. All right. Cool. Art, do you still copy him?
Oh yeah, he's come way up. As soon as the light switch went on outside the sun, it helped.
Yeah, I hear you, Dom, but now it's getting rough. But I bet it'll turn around again.
Yeah, I'm having a rough time with Doug with static crashes. That's it. He's got a good signal, just static crashes. And yes, Art, you finally came up. You covered up the noise. Yes, the kryptonite is raining down today. That's for sure. Where's sunscreen?
Yeah, the band just shifted. It went. It was in the favor for Doug with the distance. Now we went back to short.
Everybody come up here. Good morning, gentlemen. There's Don. Hello, Don.
Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Don.
Probably that snow that's heading your way.
What'd you say, Don?
I said probably the snow that's heading your way.
Yeah, no doubt.
The static, as I'm looking at the map, looks like it's originating in the Gulf of Mexico. It's just south of Mobile, Alabama right now. They got a nasty storm going through the Gulf. And that's heading basically east, slightly north. It's going to go to Jacksonville, so I guess what I can hear Mike. Well, that's why he's not on right now. And it looks like it's just going to go out to the Atlantic. We are looking pretty here in the middle of the country. So is the north. Even you, Don, right now. I don't think you're going to see any of that snow. You may see some rain later on today. And that's the rain report from South Carolina, 74 north.
No rain. The snow's up north. We're going through Michigan and, of course, Egypt. Not that he needs more, but anyway, yes. Not going to get any rain there today. Anyway, everybody sounding good. Like Dallard said, just like a light switch. And there you are. And, Doug, Art, Tom, whoever else is listening. Good morning.
Good morning, Don. I hear you just fine. Probably 4x8, but I copy.
You're big here.
Now you're 5 over. So there we go.
Yeah, a little double, but I caught it all. Yeah, you as well, Dom. You're way up again.
Is it just Don and Doug in there, or is there another station that I'm hearing in the static?
I don't think so. So far, I only hear Doug and Don and you at the moment. Haven't heard anybody else come in yet.
Yeah, there's a chance that stereos and what.
Let me hook up the other mic. Hold on.
I swear to God, you're coming over my house. It makes me so proud. I built it to make you proud.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that speaker.
There is somebody in there. He's below an S9. Whoever that is, we have static crashes 10, 15, 20 over at times here. So until that subsides or you get or the conditions change where you got a better signal, we are not going to pull you out. He's so talking.
Doug or Don, any copy on that station that's in there?
No, let me see. Station trying to break in. Go ahead. Nothing here.
Hey, come back to you. I can't pull him out enough to talk to him.
Station, this is KB2UKA in Long Island. No copy, just letting you know. I believe you're hearing me, but I have no copy.
I think it's 100 watts. He's probably somewhere around like, I don't know, Nebraska.
Today's conditions are definitely a good reason to own an amplifier.
100%.
Boy, I'm in a great music corner. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can hear a little chippiness in your voice.
Right? It's been a while. And I'm going to the VA today to get my machine program. So, you would think I would be ready for war. Ain't nobody there gonna rain on my sunshine today. I'm gonna walk in with a smile. They can curse me out, push me down. I'm just gonna walk in, walk out, clean up and walk out.
KB2UKA. I gotta go feed the kids breakfast. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, Doug. You're right, Don. He's just a going. You think you do short transmissions?
All right, N4 QNT, it's a 10. Come on back, Doug.
W4DX. I was like you this morning when I heard your real light for the static crashes was annihilating me. I went out there with the flashlight. I was like, is my damn antenna in the air? Yeah. That's all right. I don't care. I'm walking in with a smile. I'll be walking out with a smile. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do.
Tell them to put a turbo in the damn thing. Soup it up.
Right. I really don't have any fear about what they do today, but because I know I can hack the machine and make it work the way I want. But I just wanted to keep it legit with them. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, I enjoy looking at Doug's, what's that, the YouTube, the streaming, the live streaming, man. I mean, it's a little bit of a delay, but I just finally kicked in. It takes about 6 or 7 seconds, but boy, you can really see the big gap from here to 4K, to 4.000. Nothing going over the other side at all, and that's from all you guys. You, Don, good, clean signals.
I was playing with that little SDR receiver last night. I had the radio shut down. I was like, let me see how these little rabbit ears are. And I was listening around, and I was pleasantly surprised on how well it receives with these little, I don't know, They're like 2.5-foot antennas. There's two of them on a little tripod. And I got it up above me on the shelf above me, and I was picking up stations. And I was like, wow, I can't believe this thing can even hear.
That's great. You know, I call that the bedside station, or you know, whatever, the nightstand setup. For me, I'll have some. I have those cloth headphones. It almost looks like a headband, you know, like an old-fashioned basketball headband that they used to wear. Just to, you know, keep the drip coming down the forehead. And speakers, or earphones are built into that. They're soft, so you can, you know, be on the side, whatever. It doesn't matter on the pillow. You don't feel the bulkiness, you know. And I'll put the receiver on sometimes, or just even the white noise. Just listening to the noise floor puts me right to sleep.
Oh yeah. It's true. I was just impressed with the way it sounds. I was able to slip out some noise and be able to hear some guys talking up there. Strong ones. I mean, it wasn't like I was pulling in weak ones. But with a pair of little rabbit ears on there, excuse me, I was impressed.
Can you imagine the situation? You know, like the girlfriend or the wife, and after playing radio for a little while, and you come into the room and you put the earphones on and you start tuning around, and they rip that freaking thing right off the nightstand and throw it out the window.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, Penny won't admit it, but she listens to you guys a lot. Like after a while talking, I'll walk inside and give a glass of water, and she'll take it on. She says, "Is that hard?"
Oh, jeez, really?
I go, "Yeah, that's hard, honey." Who was talking to her when I said that was hard? She goes, "Yeah, I know who Don was. Who was that other guy?" I said, "That's Mike."
Oh, wow. Listening to the gossip.
Two rooms away. You know, she's all the way in the front of the house. I'm in the back of the house, and she's hearing what's going on. So I gotta listen sometimes.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
I'll say something to you guys like later. And I just got my coffee. She says, "Who got your coffee?"
No, I remember a couple of situations like that. If Kim was around the hall or something, or you know, what was that? What? Who?
Exactly. What did he say?
What are you taking credit for again?
The mine is very well. Let me see what they sound like up in New York. W4 New York.
And for QNT. I don't even have the volume on. I'm just looking at it as a reference, just a visual on the waterfall.
Oh, what happened? Stop.
Oh, it's on here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Takes about 8 seconds.
Oh man, I'm listening to what happened 20 minutes ago. I gotta get all the way to the right. Well, my son is waiting here. I don't know if he's gonna stay in long.
Yeah, when you have to get on the road soon?
Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, let me play it. Play it a little bit. You only have to pack up.
Yeah, it's not too bad, right? It was about maybe, 25, 30-minute trip?
Yeah, about 45, 50 minutes. Close to it. And that's on a normal day. If you get Saturday, there shouldn't be any traffic when I get off the Interstate 77. Although, it's not that far away from the interstate. Normally when I get off the interstate, it's a right to get to the VA and they're on the left. This place is not inside the VA building, so that's scared me. Contracted private key something. So when we get off the exit, I look left, and she said just as you go under the underpass at 77, it'll be on the left. So I'm looking for a speech study. Take long. Hopefully it'll be a really long thing.
So they already know your numbers. Your numbers are I guess from the last study.
Yeah, I still have the numbers on my medical records. So I can bring in my old machine. They're going to check the pressures on that and put me on a list for a new machine. This machine, and I'm bringing it to the program of time. So I know if it's work, I still want a new machine because this is not mine. You know what I mean? So this is, and they said, no, it's fine. We can check the pressures on the old one. I don't think the pressures on the old one are right anyway.
KB2UKA, I'm back.
Correct. That's for certain. That's really to do what it's supposed to do. You want to stay breathing, man. You don't want that. You know what I mean. It's if you're fidgeting at night, you're rolling and tossing and turning because of that. You're going to lose a lot of sleep.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm pretty sure pressures are up because I don't feel the force of it as much. And I'm starting to store it inside the mask. And when that starts happening, it's inside the mask. But it's rough because when you store the mask, it's kind of on top of the whole thing. But at least get a program, and then I'll get her program, and I'll have a backup machine that is, you know what I mean, in the future. W4DO. Yeah, when I was given about the short machines, I said, that's not everything that's facility. They had no walking room in the offices because they had so many of these machines, right? So COVID came out.
And Florida was very, very weak. And then I heard you down in the mud. I had to move the beam up to you in order to be able to pull you out. And was listening.
KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA is the frequency in use.
A little bit yellow down here, and that was about it. So I didn't even try. I had the rig on, and I listened, and
KB2UKA is the frequency in use. This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA standing by. This is KB2UKA standing by. This is KB2UKA standing by. KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA standing by. KB2UKA standing by. This is KB2UKA standing by. KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA is the frequency in use.
KI4I.
I'm sorry about that. I went off frequency for a second. This is KB2UKA. Just looking for a spot for my friends and I think we're going to go down to 205.
Yeah, well, do what you got to do there. I got a little bit of business to take care of here and see if my buddies will show up somewhere here this morning. This is Jim, Bartlett, Tennessee. Good morning.
All right, Jim, good morning. This is Doug, Long Island, New York. Nice signal, 5.8. Good audio.
Yeah, good morning, Doug. Yeah, you're 5'9" here, next door to Memphis.
All right, great. Well, you have a beautiful day. I'm going to QSY to 205 KB2UKA. KB2UKA.
Yeah, go ahead and see if you can hook up with them right here. KB2UKA, KI4I.
All right, take care, my friend. Art, you got nothing on me, Art?
KB2UKA, KN4HH, K0BS, AE4CW, K5YZ. It's W4AX, Ball Ground, Georgia.
Good morning, Mac. KN4HH.
And AE4CW. All right. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Chuck. Got some of the Atlanta crew here. You need to get Charlie and Reed in here. Chuck, hope you're doing well. Of course, we didn't talk to you yesterday because of Bible study or discipleship. It is 36 degrees outside here and going to 66. So a little bit of a cool morning. It was pretty cool when I went outside at 3 a.m. this morning with one of the dogs. So I just wrap a blanket around me and sort of trudge out there. So it's always, you never know what you're going to get. And I'll provide an update on the 392. I did send out a text on it. I know you looked at it, Bob. I don't know if others have. But once everyone gets here, I'll provide an update on that. Over to Bob, then Chuck, and then whoever else comes along. KN4HH, W4AX.
Okay, don't hear anybody else yet. W4AX and the growing group, KN4HH. Good morning, everybody. Good to hear you all this morning. Well, that was a great find on that transformer. Congratulations on that. I won't steal your thunder. I'll just leave it at that. Big day yesterday. Yesterday was say goodbye to the house. We went back and got our final few things out of the garage and took the blower and blew out all the driveway and patio and everything, made it look nice for them. So all we got to do is go back Wednesday.
Bottom of the hour. Really terrible. Breath 9, kind of like that video I sent last night, 15-ish, it hovers around 15 plus all the time.
KB2UKA.
Hey, it is, Doug. We were tested 40. I hope you guys should hear each other. Maybe we'll see. Go ahead, Doug. Mike's on frequency.
All right. Yep. I guess this is where we'll be. Good morning, Mike. Let's see if I have a copy. I know you're there, but no real copy, unfortunately. Yeah, everyone's talking about the CME. Every frequency I landed on.
The solar event is starting to pay off for the work. Then it goes long, then it goes short. So it's all, it's just switching around. I couldn't hear Dominic, Mike, not even, 40 minutes ago? We normally are 35, 40 over. Not even a peep earlier. And then all of a sudden, the light switch went off and he was 30 over. Well, I'm catching up on a few chores here. I think I'm going to tackle the garage. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll hang out a little bit here, probably about, 20, 30 minutes or so. I'm going to try to do something a little bit different routine here. Normally, I'm on the way, getting into the store by 10 on Saturdays, but I'll tell you, the way the weather is, this is perfect temperature, everything. Just to start doing the little chores around the house. Oh, that's right. So what is that, like emergency communications practice or drill or something? Is it like implementing, getting an antenna system up, radio hooked up, battery power, stuff like that? Is that what it's about? Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, that's what the service is for. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, I know we joke around, we have fun, we chit chat, talk about the weather, how's life, what's going on. But you know what I'm saying? It's just the back and forth rag to kind of operation. But truly, at the end of the day, when we signed up for this as a privilege, we really have to consider emergency situations to jump into action mode. So happy to hear at least one amateur is keeping that practice going. Good for you, Mike. That's great. Doug, you hanging in there? Still any copy on Mike, or how's our conditions between you and I?
Mike's coming up a little bit, still not really copyable. You're a 4:9. The audio volume is low. I'm assuming I'm the same.
Hey, you big loud audio bully, you.
Dave, good morning.
There we go. That's better. Let me turn the amp back on. KB2UKA, I'm back.
All right, Dave, good morning. Let's see. Art, do you have a copy on Dave?
Oh, yeah, Dave's booming in, and you came up for a split second. You were like 15 over, and then it went back to what you just described previously.
Yep, but I hear you fine. I have a feeling I'll hear Mike in a few minutes.
Yeah. I got some weird popping and cracking static today.
Yeah, it's all over the place, Dave. Static crashes. There's storms in the deep south. I've got storms way up north. So we'll see.
Yeah, at first I thought it was, my power line. So I checked a couple other bands, went up to 10 meters, turned the noise blinkers and noise reduction off, and it was quiet on 10 meters. I'm like, well, that ain't my power lines, I don't think.
Nope. It's a good old act of God.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
The sun is talking to us.
Yes, it is. Oh, I can't wait to start the new job, Art.
Oh, hey, Dave. Excellent. I know you had something in the works. And,
that's good, W4ISB.
You decided. Fantastic, man.
I would take an S5 right now. I got like an S8.
Signed my notice the other day at work, and my first day back, I guess it was Monday, or no, it was Wednesday. Wednesday I signed it because I didn't get notice from them till I took my physical and drug test last Friday, and And I didn't hear from them Monday. Well, I did text them and say, how long for confirmation? And they said, oh, a couple of days. And I thought, man, that's a long time. And no word Monday and no word all day Tuesday. And I'm like, man, they've rejected me. And about 4 o'clock Tuesday, I got a text from the plant manager saying, congratulations, see you on the 11th.
That's a good feeling. You know, it's the old turn over a new leaf kind of thing. And, you get that little jig in your step again, that confidence, and that's a great thing. It's good to do it, once in a while, I would think, through anybody's career, especially if it's better terms, and that's the whole thing about it. I mean, and sometimes it doesn't have to be money, right? It's just the getting away from a toxic atmosphere. That alone is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, and there's a couple different things, and like I told them, the number one thing is Sue's health and me being closer to home, You guys pay me great, but, Sue's sick. She's in the hospital right now. And so, that was my big thing. But the other thing is their toxic culture of lying and blaming somebody else that's been going on for like 20 years. And the bean counters up in corporate can't figure it out. I'm like, well, you guys must be stupid if you can't look and see what the common denominators are over, say, the past 10 years. If you take everything out except the common denominators, there's only a couple left after X amount of years. That ought to really narrow your choices down as to what your problem is. But anyway, I'm not in charge of HR, so that's their business. If they want to stay stupid, I don't care. But it's the physical environment. I won't be breathing the plastic fumes off of that PVC, which they say there's nothing wrong with, and the plastic dust mixed with all them steroids and oils.
Yeah, that just sounds like there's something wrong with that.
Exactly. Hey, real quick, Dave, when you were describing that about them not having a clue of what's wrong or what's happening, I thought of that funny movie. I think it was in the 90s. The guy with the suspenders and the glasses. He talks real slow, like, yeah. And then the guy with the stapler, the red stapler, they put him down in the basement for his office.
Office Space.
Searching through the files right now, trying to stop on one.
That's Office Space.
Office Space, that's it. Oh, okay. I kind of remember that one. I have to look it up to jog my memory. But yeah, that's and HR was there a year ago, trying to figure out why we can't keep people.
Right. And that's what you have to YouTube. It's so hilarious. It's that one clip when the best worker basically in the office who's called in, HR's there, the two guys are sitting at the table, and they call him in. And he just explains, an average day in this work environment. And it's just hilarious. I can't even explain it, but if you watch this scene, man, you will just, I'm talking, roll right across the floor laughing. Because it's almost like how you're explaining it here.
Oh, yeah, my one supervisor, he wants me to do an exit interview. If, I can tickle corporate fancy a little. Their interest up, their curiosity, make them look harder.
Right. You remember that part, Doug? I just come in, 15 minutes late, and I'll check the couple of things. I basically just look out in space. I don't really do anything, right?
Yeah, that's a great part. He's like, I come in, I sit at my desk, I move some papers from the left side of my desk to the right side of my desk. Then it's wonderful.
Oh, man.
But it's funny when he talks about the work environment and the other routines and whatever. But hey, good for you, Dave. And hey man, good luck, and that's great. Something to look forward to.
Oh yeah, and the hours is much better. I mean, it's I won't be 3 on 3 off no more. But I don't have to get up any earlier to be at this place at 6 than I do to be at the other place at 20 till 6 or 20 to 7, and I'll be getting off work at 2:30 if I don't choose to stay over a half hour, or if I don't choose to go in a little bit early. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And we don't work Saturdays.
That's great.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they all look so happy, and they sound so happy, and their attitudes are real good. And they're all from out in the country and kind of relaxed, you know. And one machine was broke down, and yeah, the parts will be here in about 3 months. I about fell over, you know. And we had a machine down that it would take 3 months for to get the parts. We'd be over there with bear skins and stone knives trying to forge something.
Hey guys, there's someone on the live chat that's hearing you guys 510 over. He has no copy on me. You might want to say hello. W4ISB.
Hello, W4ISB from KF4GZN.
Yes, and good morning from N4QNT. And go ahead, Mike. Also, number 40, N4QNT.
That sounds like Nathan. SXT. Well, good morning. I'm sorry I mistook you for Nathan. But you're not Nathan, but you sound pretty good up here. I got you about S7. I got a lot of noise going on. I hear you better. Hello from Dave near Cleveland, Ohio. Well, great.
Yeah, same here. Great copy into North Carolina. You're 5-9 plus 10, and this is Art Alfa Romeo Tango N4QNT, just for Winston-Salem. Good copy, and let's see how Mike is here as well. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, who's here with the crash is worse.
Real quick, I put that short cut up to that YouTube clip of that movie I was talking about that was fitting in. So it's just to chuckle a little bit. Maybe you'll pick up a few things to tell you guys on the way out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm just about bringing up Signal now. I was just bringing up Kiwi and a couple other things, so check that out.
All right, guys, I'm bowing out of here. Got to get the day started. Hope all of you have a beautiful, beautiful day. KB2UKA.
Where are you going to the beach?
Maybe in another 2 months, Dave. I think we're going to hit 55 today. We're trying to warm up.
Well, that's a good day to be out there with your metal detector.
Oh, man, I got to get a new one. I love doing that.
Cool.
The best time here is around October, because then you pick up everything that was lost over the summer.
Yeah. I want to find, White Bridge Gold.
Well, you go to some of the fields here, a lot of Revolutionary War activity, obviously, up in the island here. So you can find some old uniform buttons. I've done that before. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, take care. KB2UKA.
All right, have a good one, guys. Sounding great over here.
All right, 73. Have a good day, guys.
All right, 73. KB2UK clear. All right, later, guys. Yeah, Mike, I'm sure probably later tonight on 40 we'll make contact. All right, everyone, have a beautiful day. 73.